Good morning, good afternoon and good evening and welcome to Apex Racing's team. Apex Racing TV's coverage of the Oceanic Formula 1 Championship at here at Montreal. My name's Scott Newton and alongside me is Samuli Kumo. Welcome Samuli. Great to be here for tonight's race, and what are your thoughts heading into
Yes, hello, and looks like we are picking up right where we started last night with the PSR series, having its round here at Montreal. Yeah, it's good to be back here with the Oceanic F1, and I'm really happy that we are able to cover them for this season. This is the second round, and we are here at Montreal, looking at the about 55-minute race here with one pit stop. So I think this would be a great race for these cars. And it's good to see Australians and Oceanic guys having their own series.
Yeah, taking a look at the weather for tonight's event. Currently we've got a clear sky with a 23-degree ambient, 48% humidity, and a southwesterly wind at 8 kilometers an hour. So should provide quite a challenge for the drivers out there today.
Yeah, the track is really hot, although the wind is fairly mild, but the slow corners will be very slippery here. And I've always found this track very slippery regardless of what car you are in. For example, last night with the Porsches, it was sliding all over the place. Even, well, maybe I'm used to the GTEs lately with the traction control. It was really slippery.
Taking a look at the championship standings for the series, currently we've got Evan Lathuris, championship leader with 80 points, last round's winner. Second place we've got Mitchell McLeod on 75 points, Hayden Dobrin on 70, Gregory Olsen in P4 on 64 points, and Steve Janssen rounding up the top 5 on 62 points. Chris Moretta close behind him on 60 points in 6th place. Jason Hyde in 7th. Luke Sullivan, Ashley Leah, and Matt Webb rounding up the top 10 on 52 points. So fairly close championship, even though that we have only had one round in championship.
Yeah, I was looking at the standings there, and it does seem like they're not completely filled out from 14th and onwards, but I think that will be fixed after this round. But while we are waiting for this qualifier to run over, we should also mention that for anyone interested in finding out about this series, head over to oceanicf1.com. That's where you will find all the info on how to join this series, find the schedule. And also, this series is brought to you by Ask Medica, Nuveo, and for this round, also KRF Motorsports.
Yeah, it's great to have the series partners on board. Ask Medica, Nuveo, and KRF Motorsports. It's always great to have series sponsors on board to allow broadcasts like this to happen. So yeah, it's great of those partners to be on board. Just taking a look at the qualifying at the moment, we've got just under 2 minutes left. We've got Jason Hyde currently on the provisional pole position with a 1 minute 15.159. In second place we've got Evan Lathuris very, very close behind him, 6/100ths away on a 15.2. And then running up the top 3, Ryan Parkins, only 3/100ths away. So very, very close qualifying between the top 4 drivers.
Yeah, just looking at Evan Lathuris completing his lap, I believe he was on a fast lap, but ran through the fast chicane and invalidated his lap. And looking at the state of his car right now, there seems to be damage, so I don't think he will be setting a lap this time. And that might be second place for Lathuris, unless Parkins or Olson can jump in.
Also worth pointing out that there is live timing available for those that are tuning in live, so just follow the link that is provided in the YouTube chat. We can repost that if it does not show. Feel free to I'll ask if it has, if it doesn't show, but yeah, lifetime is available.
Yes, I've just posted the link again. That way you can keep track of who is where and also keep track of the pit stops that we will be having during this race.
Just coming up to about 5 seconds to go in the qualifying, so anyone that is on the lap should be able to finish it. See that the checkered flag is out. Evan coming across the line now, did he improve? Because his lap was invalidated, so...
No, I believe that was his out lap and he just missed out on the final attempt.
Okay, so currently looking at Hayden Dobman, currently P6 at the moment. His personal best is 15.923. Can he improve? Coming across the line now, no, he doesn't on an 18.0, so must have had an issue with him. Ashley Lee looks as though...
Yeah, also Shane Adams just came across, did not improve. Darren Lord coming across, does he improve? No. That might be everyone, unless Wei-Han Chan is still on the hot lap. He is the last one that seems to be running at the full pace at this moment.
Yeah, just dodging a little bit of traffic coming into the final chicane. So never get through that quite cleanly. Got the DRS open. Will he improve on his time of a 21.3? No, he doesn't on a 22.3. So fortunate for Wei Chan and stage P33.
So I think we are good to go over the grid, and Scott, I think we have a pretty tight front pack here.
So on the pole position, we've got Jason Hyde on a 15.159. Second place, we've got Evan Lathuras only 600s behind him. Ryan Parkins only 2 1000s separating top second and third place. Greg Olson 3/10 back in P number 4. Mitch McLeod on a 15.7, just as Everlade decides to change. Quickly go through Dean Briffer 8/10 back. Ashley Lear. Lewis Wedding. Lewis Clark. Matt Webb. Got Lattimore in P12. Gillum in 13th, Adams 14th, Moretta 15th, Drummond 16th, 17th, Sullivan 18th, Norris 19th, and Alan Morgan, series organizer, in 20th, and the rest of your drivers are appearing on your screen.
Right, so right now we're waiting for the drivers to enter the grid. We got about 1 minute. That's the time they have available to prepare and make sure that the fuel levels are correct. I think last time at Spa we saw most of the drivers roughly hitting the same pit window. So it will be interesting to see what's going to happen here tonight.
Yeah, with a 55-minute race, plus 1 lap, I would expect drivers to be coming down the pit lane. I think I saw that just before the stream started, the track temperature was about 38 degrees. So it's quite a hot track temperature, and with the close nature of these walls, we might find drivers either clipping them or going hard into the barrier. So that would be something for the drivers to watch out for. But it's got 15 seconds left for the drivers to grid up.
Yeah, we are still waiting few drivers here. They have to hurry really quickly if they want to make it for the start. And that's it. We are missing a couple of drivers. Maybe they are starting from the pits.
So the drivers are revving up their engines, and yeah, lights are out. So looks as though that it's been a fairly clean start. There was one of the cars in the back just losing it, but yeah.
Just thinking of what happened there.
Apologies, yeah, I'm on the wrong camera angle. Yeah, this is
Yeah, carry on. I'll take a look
fairly
back
clean
at the
start.
start.
But yeah, let's just say that yeah, most of the drivers made a fairly clean start. We've got Liam tipping in the lead at the moment. Jason Hyde falling back into second, so the Pulsar are not getting the completest of starts, but so Ryan Parkins managing to jump up, also losing a place to Mitchell McLeod, so McLeod getting a decent start. Back up into P5. Everyone's fairly close together at the moment, as yeah, Cap's roughly within a second. Taking a look at Dobman trying to make the pass on Dean Briffer, but looks as though he's going to hold station going into the final chicane. You don't really want to go too wide through there, as you'll lose a boatload of time if you do. So fairly clean start. We've seen that got 3 or 4 drivers in the pits, either due to damage or starting from there. So
Yeah, I took a look back at the start and it seemed like Lewis Wedding, he just lost the back end and ended up in major collision with everyone piling up behind him. There's really no room for any runoff arrays in that start lane because you're right next to the wall. But hopefully we can carry on at least with these guys, and they are rejoining after repairs. So meanwhile Jason Hyde leads and has a small mistake there, and this might allow Latros to catch up slightly. Latros is only 8 days behind.
yeah, I thought it was starting in second. There's only 600 gap, so which is they're holding station at the moment. Current gap at the moment is 8 tenths of a second, so Jason Hyde pulling away slowly. Philothoris, but looking at the gap currently, the lap time will be fairly similar this time around, as Hyde does a 17.8 plays, Thoris is 17.9, so fairly similar. So we'll see Wade Bailey in the pits. Back at that, see what happened. Just coming up into turn 8 and 9. Ozzy just ties on the brakes and or just unfortunately hits the car in front of him. Red Bull
Yeah,
livery
that was.
there, but
Yeah, David's right.
yeah, an unfortunate move from Bailey there that put him in the pits, and yeah, he'll be there for a while while he gets his toe back. So
And also that incident continued with Matt Allison almost spinning out. Well, did a half spin avoiding David's car, but fortunately was able to keep it away from the walls. And is currently running, well, let's see, 27th.
yeah, just looking back up the front, got a great scrap for first, second, and third. Always. Who is that? Lathoris trying to get the run on. Was that Greg Olsen in the Autohouse car? As Lathoris takes over the second place, Jason Hyde has checked out. Currently, got a 2.5 second gap over Lathoris, Olsen, and Parkins, who's managed to close it up to the gearbox in the front. So the second and third place, but yeah, Parkins doing a stellar job at the moment, holding on to the back end of the podium.
Yeah, I've completely missed what happened there. Ah, now I can see. Taurus had to go at the height during the lap in turn 8, ran wide, ended up shortcutting the corner, and that's why he fell back and was able to, and was coming under attack from Parkins and Gregory Olson.
Yeah, you see that Parkins had a move on Greg Olsen, so Parkins moves up into the last podium position and up into third place, and has the DRS open, trying to close up on Lathoris. So have to wait and see how their strategy plays out. Just past the 5-minute mark into this race, currently starting on lap number 4.
Yeah, also looking at the Parkins car, it seems pretty unstable, and there is, at least on my screen, significant damage to his front wing. So I'm guessing he might have collided somewhere, maybe the curbs, as he runs wide there, and might be getting slowed down and possibly hits the wall.
Also worth mentioning that can get a bit of a phantom contact when I view these World Championship races, especially around here. We can see some ghost damage, even though that it may not look as though that there is damage, so it might be something to factor in as well. So
yes, that's true, and also this is race is happening in Australia and I'm quite far away from there, so that might be also an issue on my end. But it might actually be nothing at all.
just looking back at the battle for pin number 13 between Matthew Norris and
oh,
Matt
and Latimore
Webber's,
has spun out of the hairpin. Just in front of those guys.
But yeah, it looks as though that Matt Webber's got the overtake on Matthew Norris, but Norris tries to fight back with the DRS open, trying to go too wide through the final chicane, and this is that Matt Webb has to give up the position. Has to settle back into pin number 12, so Norris managing to hold on to pin number 11 as you mentioned before, Latimore in the pit lane due to a spin, so
yeah, it was really weird, and Einhorn has stopped on the circuit. I think that is in the final corner. Not sure what has happened there. Ah, he got hit from behind by... that was Phil White. That was under the braking zone.
yeah, so some of these braking zones catching the drivers out can be quite tricky with the regenerative modes on the MP430 that can catch the drivers out, especially with the braking distances. And
oh, what happened to Mitchell McLeod? Our second place guy from the previous race. Ah, he got tagged in the last hairpin. And I believe that was Dean Brifak who gave the helping hand.
As conveniently wind it back a little bit further. See that Mitchell McLeod out of turn number 6 gets alongside Dean Brifak and up the inside at turn number 8. Has the inside line and gets up another position. Just coming around the bend into turn 10. As you say, Briffa just makes it up a lot of ground. McLeod goes wide, but tries to close the door. But yeah, it's plain that Briffa's already there, so McLeod has to wait and let 4 or 5 cars go by before he's able to rejoin the race. So McLeod in all sorts of issues early on in this race.
I think we will see more contacts in the last corner. It's a really weird one because it is so tight that you can't just have contact if you turn in a little bit harder than the car in front. As we see Ryan Parkins possibly hitting the wall slightly coming across the coming through the final corner. But again, that might be just on my end.
Yeah, looking at the gaps at the moment between the front 3, the gap between first and second is closed in about 6/10 of a second between the last 2 laps. So that Parkins is able to catch up to Hyde, whether that's due to traffic or whether Jason's having a few issues of his own with the tyres or anything like that. So we just need to see whether Parkins can close up. Lathoris is still holding station further 1.8 seconds back, so whether it looks as though that he's had a small issue in this lap, whether he's just had a half spin and gathered it up. We'll have to see whether he can close the gap.
On this track also the slowdowns are a major issue here. For example, the final corner, if you got it even a little bit too much, you will get about 3.5 second slowdown, and that will destroy your lap time. As we hear a good battle for the 5th and 6th place between Brifa, Clark and Andrew Gilliam. Coming through the final corner here, and Clark makes a small mistake, and this might give Andrew Gilliam an opportunity to make a pass into the first corner. DRS is open, but so is for Clark, and Gilliam is not able to come alongside this time around.
Yeah, from my end, it looks as though Gilliam's got a bit of damage on his front wing there, so he'll have to replace that wing during his pit stop. He'll be losing a boatload of time with that damage on the front wing there. Still got 43 minutes to go, but forwards we've got that Clark spinning around and managing to keep it out of the wall, doing a stellar
And
job
that's
there.
a really bad place.
Yeah, it just comes out in front of the. Who was that? Was that?
It was Chris Moretta.
Moretta. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky spot. Quite a blind apex there for oncoming traffic. He would have been notified by his team that the other driver or the slow car was there, but unfortunately that Gilliam tried to rejoin the track and joined on the racing line.
Yeah, that just tends to happen because you're in the race mode, you're in the hurry, and just want to get back as quick as possible, so you may not just even look at who's coming behind you, and that's really where having a spotter helps you out, so you can avoid those issues. As we see Norris struggling a lot through the main straight here, and this might be Matt Webb coming through. We're at there close, but yeah, not quite.
Yeah, Matt Webb trying to go around the outside there at turn number 2. Definitely got compromised there on through turn number 2, but yeah, with that, he's got a bit of front wing damage as well, so he'll be hemorrhaging a bit of time, and yeah, it's definitely a lot trickier with the damage to get past as he runs a little bit wide through turn number 5 and 6, as he's hard on the button trying to get the pass done, but has to fall back in line through 8 and 9 as Norris just runs a little bit wide on the curve there. Webb trying to take full advantage of that, tries to get up on the inside of turn number 10, but forces Norris wide and
and contact.
A bit of contact. So, yeah, an unfortunate mistake there for Norris and Webb. I'm just going to have a quick look at that back.
Yeah, that was a bit clumsy there. Let's see, they come. Yeah, Webb pulls out from the move. Clark runs wide and just. Yeah. I think that's similar to what happened with McLeod.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, yeah, it was pretty much exactly the same as what happened with McLeod and Brifa 3 or 4 laps ago. So, looking for any other further battles on track, we got McLeod and Gilliam, battle for P's number 6 and 7. McLeod trying to recover after his incident earlier on in this race. Last time around he managed a 18.7. Placed Gilliam on a 19.3, so 0.6 of a second gained on Gilliam from McLeod as he'll be in the DRS zone.
Looking through the scores, it seemed like many of these guys have damage to the right-hand corner of their front wing. As Gilliam gets small bump from behind from McLeod, and McLeod runs way wide on the final chicane, and now he's really suffering the slowdown here. Fortunately, only losing 1 place.
Yeah, that was his teammate Ashley Lear. Then McLeod falls back to 8th. Lear up into 7th. Gilliam retains 6th. As you saw, one of the cars diving into the pit lane, so whether that's to repair any damage or whether that's a scheduled stop. It's worth noting that drivers do get 1 fast repair during this race. But after that, once the car is damaged, it will be loss over for them.
Yeah, I just saw Rob just leaving the pit lane. I believe he's the only European driver here. And that was his second pit stop, so he has used up his faster pair. And we also have Matt Allison, and I believe I saw him spinning during the previous lap. As we have battle for the lead, Jason Hyde and Ryan Parkins. Very close, 5 tenths between them.
Parkins managing to close up 2 tenths of a second last time around. Gap currently 6 tenths of a second. Hyde last time around did an 18.918. Plays a 18.691 Parkins. These two are pretty much in a race of their own at the moment. Is Parkins getting a decent exit out of 6, heading up into turn number 8. Just having to fall back in line and stay behind Hyde. Really closed up on the gearbox. Wouldn't be surprised if he tries to make a move into the hairpin, and he does. He dives up on the inside and just runs a little bit too deep and locks up the tyres and has to exit the escape rating. Cost him with 1.5 seconds from that small mistake there.
Yeah, I would think that maybe the hairpin is not the favorite overtaking spot here, because if you make an overtake, then the opponent will get the DRS for this long straight coming up. So it might be best to just hang tight and go very closely through there, and then make the pass to the final chicane.
Yeah, we'll just see if we can go on board Parkins. Sorry, we'll go on board. Next time around, we'll go on board Parkins just to see when he gets close, to see where the DRS detection is, because I have a feeling that it might be on the entry to turn 10. And if you do make the pass, you'll get the DRS all the way up the back straight and able to maintain the pass rather than detection zone being at the hairpin. And if you make the overtake, then you'll have to defend quite heavily up into the final
I'm
chicane.
not exactly sure either where the DRS zone is, because I don't race this car. I'm way too slow for this. There should be a billboard, I believe, that the detection zone is.
Yeah, just
I'm
in
not
this
seeing
lap.
them.
Yeah, just in this lap, Parkins has closed up about 3 or 4 tenths of a second. So last time around, Jason Hyde managed 18.286, plays a 17.9 for Parkins. So he's even after that small mistake, he's definitely got the pace to try to close up on the gearbox to Hyde. So yeah, definitely Parkins definitely forcing his hand. The first 20 minutes of this race. Looking back to Lotharis, he's still 3 seconds back for Parkins, and a further 3.5 seconds back for Olsen. With Briffa, that 12.5 seconds back, so that rounds out the top 5.
Yeah, I've also been looking, keeping an eye on the back half of this field, and it seems like this track is really challenging this driver. I've seen many guys driving off heavy spins. I just saw Luke Sullivan having a major crash after spinning and then trying to rejoin the track, and he has retired back to the pits. Now, Ryan Parkins, 5 tenths behind Jason Hyde. He is in the DRS zone. Yeah.
It's just that Hyde's taking a lot of the curve at turn number 1, and Parkins managing to avoid it. So you do want to take a little bit of the curve there, but obviously you don't want to take a load of it and then unsettle the car. But it looks as though Parkins, even in the dirty years, managing to close up on the back of Hyde. He gets a good exit out of 7. Just looking up the inside for his braking marker, but has to fall back in line. Just coming up to turn number 10. to where the DRS detection zone is. And it's all the way back before the 400 meter board, so yeah, Parkins will get the DRS over that his back straight. See what the difference in speeds are like coming up into the final corner. It looks as though they can get let's say a 5 to 6 km an hour advantage when you put the DRS open, but it looks as though that Jason was on the battery defending for his position. Parkins got an awesome exit out of the final corner, but couldn't do anything in the short run to turn 1.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Parkins is very aggressively attacking right now. If viewers are wondering what that red message is, that means that the driver is recharging their battery. That means that they are driving slightly slower than you would expect, not at the full pace. And we've seen Parkins starting to recharge very early into the corners. So if you're recharging battery, you are not really attacking at the full pace.
Yeah, with the amount of braking zones that we would expect, the battery would be just maintaining a fairly high charge. Also, it's worth noting that Montreal is quite a high fuel burn circuit, so they're using quite a lot of fuel. Even though the fuel tank is unrestricted, unlike the OGPS and the Championship Grand Prix Series, they do have an unrestricted fuel tank, even though they cannot fuel during the pit stop. They're only able to take tyres and repair any damage.
Again, Park is very close, but I don't think he's going to make it out here. He's staying behind.
So yeah, it's just trying to force the mirror out of height and try and gain up into the leaders out of height and run very, very close to the wall. Turn it 4, 5. But yeah, high holding onto his position.
I don't see him. I don't see him attacking the braking zones. So maybe he's just biding his time and hoping to overtake on the pit stops.
We'll have to see whether Parkins tries the undercut as he's trying to make the move up the inside. Has to back out of the corner, force him high wide, and yeah, Parkins great move up into the lead as they run side by side. Up into the finals, they'll have to watch for the traffic overhead, and this is a bit hard. Realise there's lost position and Parkins moves up into the lead.
Yeah, Parkins had the DRS open. So I don't think there was anything they didn't have done. So now he just needs to hope that the traffic goes to his favor. Usually it's the leading car that has to deal with has to struggle the most with the traffic, because the lap cars are not necessarily prepared for it until they let the first guy through. And that was that Leon Tipi who was the lap track there, I believe so.
Looking a little bit further back, we've got the battle for P number 6 and 7 between Ashley, Leah and Andrew Gillian. This battle's been going on for quite a while. We've got 30 minutes in this race to go, but Ashley and Leah's having a bit of an issue trying to force the error from Gillian, and William's doing a great job holding on to 6th position at the moment.
Yes, looking at the lap times, Glenn has been very consistent in the 1 minute 90s, with 1 lap in the 1 minute 80s, whereas Ashley here has had much more inconsistency. Maybe he is faster, but just cannot quite get the overtake done, and that is messing up his rhythm very closely to the Gillian.
Also looking back, Mitchell McLeod last time around closed in about 8 cents of a second last time to his teammate Ashley Lee, so this is McLeod's got the pace. He's doing lap times in the slightly quicker than the leaders, so he is the fastest on the track at the moment, but down in pin number 8 at the moment. We'll just have to see whether he is able to jump up into the top 5.
Yeah, I can also report that Matthew Norris around the triple spinning out of was that turn 7 ended up sideways on the track, but fortunately was able to recover without causing further incidents there. But he did receive some damage to the back end of his car. And I expect he will be within this lap. And yes, he does. So back to this battle for the 6th place between Gillian and Leon. Now intends going to the braking zone. It seems that Sleard is hanging slightly back as Gillian is approaching this. That should be a lap car. That is Alan Morgan, currently running 21st and about to be lapped by Andrew Gillian.
Yeah, I just also noticed that Jason Hyde's been in the pit lane, so he's obviously decided that his tyres are not giving him the lap time that he needs, and decided to pit. He had a 4.1 second stop. Currently 24 seconds behind currently the Parkins. So we'll just have to wait and see what the lane time is for Parkins to see whether Hyde will come back out in front and regain the lead.
Yeah, look at the gap where Jason Hyde is. There's plenty of clean air for him to run, and it was just about the halfway point through the race. It's totaling 55 minutes and we are only 27 minutes remaining, so that's spot on 50% step for him. Whereas I think Ryan Parkis is now approaching the lap traffic, and that might cost him. So I'm surprised if he does not maintain it very quickly, because that might just play right into the Hyde's hand.
Also saw that Leah was closing right up the gearbox to Gillian, but ran a little bit wide at the exit of turn number 10, so gap still 5 to second. He'll be on the DRS, trying to close up turn number 1, but unfortunately not able to get close enough to make the pass up into turn number 1's through number 2.
Yeah, and this battle has turned 3 battle right now with Mitchell McLeod joining in, currently running 8. And he has been fastest out of these 3 with Andrew Gilliam's previous lap time at 1 minute 20.6. Whereas Mitchell McLeod was 1 minute 19.4, so that is 1.2 seconds faster than Gilliam previous time.
If we've got any other battles on the track at the moment, this currently is the closest battle at the moment. I'll just run quickly through the field as it stands at the moment. Ryan Parkins currently leads, Gregory Olsen 10 seconds back. Third place at the moment is Evan Latoris, Jason Hyde in 4th, but he has pitted, so he's the leader of drivers that have pitted. Dean Griffer, pit number 5. Next is Andrew Gillian, Ashley Lydia in 7th, Ballard in 8th, Chris Moreva 9th, rounding out the top 10 is Matt Webb. Lawrence Clark, pit number 11, Ricky Collins is 12th, Matthew Norris 13th, Darren Lawn 14th, and rounding out the top 15 is Stephen Lattimore.
Just a reminder for those who are just joining in, this is the Oceanic F1 Championship Round 2, brought to you by Medica, Ubeo and KRF Motorsports. We will be bringing you the whole season here on Apex Racing TV, so tune in for that. If you missed out the previous round at Spa, it is available on our channel, so make sure to check it out afterwards. And going back to this battle for the 6th place, Mitch McLeod has moved to the 6th place with Aspear behind him. And Gilliam, what happened to him? I missed it.
He's pitted, so
okay.
4.2 seconds stop for Gilliam, so he felt as though that he needed to pit. as his tyres weren't in greatest of shape, so he decided to take the pit lane. Currently have a little look at the live time, which is relevant to those that are viewing the live stream. If you are watching this on demand, unfortunately the live timing won't be available.
Oh, right, there's something. Let me check what's going on with the light timing. Well, it seems like Andrew Gillian, he might have had, maybe he ran the pit box just a little bit wide because he's showing 3 pit stops on my screen. And that's what usually happens.
It only shows me one pit stop for Gilliam, so it might just be a small discrepancy there, but we're currently gap between McLeod and teammate Lee is back up to 0.8 of a second. One is closest to on track. Just looking further back at the field at the moment. We've got Alan Morgan out of the 19th and 20th. Battle between David Street and Alan Morgan for the 19th place. So that Alan Morgan might have had an issue at the start, or was he just running wide? The final corner, he'll be getting a slowdown for that, and David Street will be getting a gap of close to 3.8 seconds, so just close to Morgan about 1.8 to 2 seconds through that slowdown there, so an unfortunate take there from Morgan. But yeah, looking at the lap time, or comparing their fastest lap, Strip was about a tenth and a half quicker, but yeah, different consistency will show that hopefully Alan will be able to flash back onto David.
Yeah, I think David has been having issues with the car and has had a few incidents here and there. So maybe just the setup isn't quite right for this race. Also, for our viewers on the YouTube, I just linked the new live timing link. So let's see, where do we have battles going on? It's starting to calm down a bit, mainly because we're also entering the pit stop phase. So that is framing the field slightly. I believe the goal... Yeah, close might be this battle for the 8th place. Being battled Mitchell McLeod and team. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that Mitchell McLeod has jumped Gilliam into stops. McLeod, even though he had a slightly slower pit stop, managed to jump Andrew Gilliam for the 8th place. As we see, who is that signing of the pit lane? Or is that that was a lap car, so Ashley Leah went back. He was a little bit further back. Current gap to Gilliam is about 2 seconds, and a further half a second to the cloud up ahead as they're just making their way through the traffic up into turn number 8 and 9.
And Mitchell McLeod overtakes Matt for the 7th place, although Webb hasn't beaten yet. Let's see, Ryan Parkins, he has just about 60 second gap over Mitchell McLeod. That gap is coming down. So I'm wondering when does he pick? Same for Gregory Olson, who also has a pick currently running second. But I don't think Gregory is anywhere near challenging for the lead. That is 12 seconds behind Parkins.
Yeah, just looking at the pit time of some of the drivers that have jumped through the pit lane, much as the delta for taking a pit stop is about 37 seconds. So that's quite a hefty penalty with only just under 20 minutes to go. So I think that for the drivers that are not pitted, I think they'll be committed to the no stop in this race.
Well, just coincidentally, can you guess what the difference is between Parkins and Latoras? It is 37 seconds right now. Latoras running 5th. He has currently done his pit stop, while Parkins is still running.
And looking at the last time around for Parkins compared to Jason Hyde, roughly about 7 tenths of a second, that Hyde closed in on Parkins, and bearing in mind that the gap between Hyde and Olsen's about 6.5 seconds. So if Hyde can get past Olsen quite quickly, I reckon that he'll be right on the gearbox within the last couple of laps with time running down. I reckon we've got about 14 to 15 laps to go. So I think that if Hyde can manage to go even quicker than the 17.4 and Parkins run consistent through where he is at the moment, I think that we'll be having a close battle on their hands towards the end of this race.
Yeah, sorry, you're absolutely right. For some reason I wrote down Latoras here, but it is, of course, just between Parkins and Hyde, the lead battle. But at this pace, Parkins might lose even the second place to Latoras if he doesn't pit, or if he is not able to pick up the pace slightly.
Yeah, it looks as though that we've had about 6 drivers not take it to the pit lane currently, so we'll see whether, as I say, that Weihan Chen dives into the pit lane, so 5 out of the top 10 drivers have not taken to the pit lane, so we'll see how their races end and whether they are able to hold position or whether they have any close battles towards the end of this race.
So the time is ticking down, and I think the top 3 is starting to form up here. The gaps are starting to open here, and let's see. Still, I believe the close battle we might have is between Mattweb and Ashley Lear, although Mattweb still hasn't pitted, so I don't think that's going to be much of a battle here. Let's see, do we have anything towards the back? Not much going on, although Wei Han Chan is catching up to Alan Morgan at quite rapid pace. Just on that straight alone, I think he got up by 1 second. So yeah, Alan Morgan is dealing with some damage, I believe. He just let Wei Han Chan by.
Just looking back up the battle for the 9th and 10th place, it looks as though that Ashley Lee's managed to get past Matt Webb up into 9th, so I think that the benefit of the new tyres is put into the hands of Ashley Lee, and he's moved back up into 9th place.
And Ryan Parkins still doesn't pit, so he's definitely driving the distance here on these tires. Well, he is still lapping into 1 minute 17, so that might still work out, but
yeah, only 4 tenths of a second closed up by Jason Hyde, so yeah, with the time running out, as it stands, it looks as though that Parkins is going to hold position and win this race, but definitely don't want to put the commentator curse on Parkins at the moment, as anything can happen. But yeah, by the look of it, the current gap at the moment, it looks as though the Hyde's not going to be able to close up the gearbox of Parkins, but it looks as though the Hyde's definitely closing up to Olsen. Current gap between those 2 drivers, 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, Scott, just like if you were in the Ryan situation here, you have 2 lap cars right in front of you that we just had to deal with. and even more lap traffic ahead of you, wouldn't you just pit right now and get away from that traffic and hopefully just to get some clean air? Because what he has right now, that is not going to help him make the fast lap times.
Yeah, just as you mentioned that, I saw that Jason Hyde looped it out of turn 9, so the gap currently is blown out to 25 seconds. So, but with this, as going back to your question, with only about 15 minutes to go in this race, I would just try and wait out the traffic and trying to pass as safely as possible, but also as quickly as possible as well to not lose as much time to try and gain the track position back. But yeah, with definitely the distance to go at the moment. If it was earlier in the race, I would definitely try and suggest pitting, as you've got more time to gain back. But the closer you get to the end of the race, it's not necessarily worth it in terms of the time lost in the pit lane. But that's also dependent on the track as well, where some tracks have a short pit lane compared to somewhere like Montreal or even Road America, where the pit lane time can be 35 to 50 seconds through the lane and the pit time as well.
Yeah, the one thing that I am concerned is, let's say, would he do what I think Schumacher did in one of the races? He pits in the last lap and gets the win that way. I'm trying to look over the regulations and see if that is allowed. In most series, you have to make the pit stop before last race, last lap.
So I think a couple of the drivers didn't take tyres last race. I know for a fact in the official IGPS races you're not required to make a pit stop, but sometimes
right.
it's more beneficial. So that might be one of the rules as well that you can run to the distance on one set of tyres, but sometimes it's not the quickest way to get to the end of the race.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the regulations, and point 1.3.7 says that some races may have mandatory pit stop. So I'm not sure if we have mandatory pit stop here. If not, then Ryan Parkis might be just trying to go for the full distance.
Yeah, it looks as though that Greg Olson's closed the gap a little bit last time around. Parkins 19.4, and Olson managed to close at 1.2 seconds last time around at 18.2. Jason Hyde, after he's been on a 17.4, he just crosses the line now and up into turn 2. The fastest driver on the track, incidentally, is Evan Mathoros on a 16.9. I think that lap was invalidated as that did not count towards his fastest lap, so Mathoros is the quickest man on the track, but he also has the fastest lap currently, 17.0.
Yeah, he did take the tires on the pit stop, and he was very fast last time around that Spa as well, so that is to be expected. Looking at Ryan Parkins' lap time previously, it was 1 minute 19.4, so that is over a second slower than Gregory Olson in second place, and 2 seconds slower than Jason Hyde in third place. So this traffic is really not working out for him. And again, 19.3 for this time around. So he's losing a lot of time.
Yeah, I just see that one of the lap track figures has looped it out of turn number 2, so whether it's just traffic that Parkins is having to negotiate is whether that is causing the slow lap time. We also see that Olsen's managed a 19.070 last time around, so he's possibly having the same traffic issues what Parkins is.
Yeah, that lap traffic was Darren Lord, but he did spun behind Parkins and then collided with Steve Latimore, so I don't think that caused find any major issues there. As we are in the final 10 minutes of this race. Top 2 still hasn't been dead. Let's see, who do we have that are still yet to complete their bid? That is also Dean Briffa, Chris Moretta, Matt Webb, and Alan Morgan in 18th place. But I don't think he is challenging for the lead, and he's struggling with the damage car.
Looking further down the field, closest battle at the moment is between Ashley Leah and Chris Moreira. We're away from the lead for just a little bit. Currently at the moment is 1.7 seconds between Leah and Moreira. Moreira had a fairly solid race. Fair to say, currently up 8 positions, so maybe not the best of qualifying to him, but he's had quite a strong race pace and definitely showing his hand. Currently up in 7th place, up from pin number 15 at the start.
Yes, and well, we have to keep in mind that Moretta has not taken a pit stop, whereas Lear behind him has, and Lear is catching up about 1 second a lap here. So he will be coming on Moretta will be coming under pressure very quickly. And now the gap is down to 1 second.
Yeah, that'll be the benefit.
Yeah, I
Sorry, I was just saying.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's the ping issues, but yeah, it's just the benefit of the new tyres that Leah has. Looks as though that Moretta's clearly struggling with the traction, especially out of the slow corners that Leah's able to close up. Just in this half a lap alone, he's closed up another 0.4 of a second. So looks as though that Moretta is inevitably going to lose this position, provided that he doesn't, that he defends the position hard to retain 7th.
Yes, and here comes Lear with the DRs open. Not quite close enough this time, but I do have to say that Chris Moretta has run a solid race. That looks completely clean car and no mistakes for him. And just looking at his lap times, they have been pretty consistent in his range, which is about 1 minute 90s with occasional 1 minute 20s. So I'm not seeing any major mistakes for him. One lap is in the 1 minute 21, but that has been just maybe a minor mistake.
Or traffic. Doesn't negotiate.
Yeah, possibly.
Back to the ground view.
And we have Lawrence Collor running into issues. The first chicane. Just taking a look at what happened there. Turns in. Just a little bit too much speed and loses backhand. Lightly taps the wall, but is able to continue. Still running.
Who was that?
And that was Lawrence Clark running 11th. I believe he is the first car that is 1 lap down.
Yeah, just looks as though that. Yeah, he clipped the curb on the entry to turn 3 and loses the back end, as you say, and yeah, quite a tricky place to rejoin. But yeah, luckily no car was around him, so that one of the auto house cars was right up behind him. So, and he just lets them go. So whether that might have been Rios and his team Matt Webb.
Oh, I've just seen a rope just have a major crash into the. That is turn 6. Just lose the car completely and goes all the way upside down into the barriers. Seems like he lost the back end coming out of turn 5, hits the wall, and then was all the way to the outside of the left side wall and gets stuck in there. Carno's buried in the trees. Yeah, I'm not sure if you got that on the cameras.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wind the replay back. It's coming out of turn number 2. He must have got stuck in there for quite a while. I was struggling to find the replay, but as you say, he's going into turn 3. Similar incident to Lawrence Clark. But tags the wall quite heavily, has to let the cars go by. Quite a tricky spot. Yeah, just jumps out of the way and safely rejoins the track. So yeah, an unfortunate fake there from Hyde. Such a close time to the end, but yeah, finds himself in 9th place. I reckon he'll be the pit lane to repair the damage.
Yeah, we have about 3.5 minutes remaining, so I don't think that kind of damage will be repaired during this time. That is his 5th time in the pits.
Seeing that Ashley Lee's closed right up on the gearbox of Chris Moretta. Currently getting out of the exit of turn 10. Lee will have the DRS coming up into the final chicane. Lee will have about a 4 or 5 kilometre an hour advantage, but Moretta defending quite strongly, not allowing Lee to get up onto the gearbox, but Lee with the DRS open again as you get it on the front straight, but they're definitely not able to close up there into turn 1. 2. Lee will get the traction out of here due to the benefit of him pitting, but Moretta definitely defending quite strongly to hold on to the lead.
Yeah, it might be that even if Leo has the newer tires, this corner section is not easy to overtake here, so maybe he just doesn't get the benefit, and at the straight there's really no benefit from the new tires aside from maybe getting better corner exit. But even on the old tires that's not very difficult, it's mostly just the driving line and getting the entry correct for this turn 10 hairpin. As we see Ashley Lear heavily defending. William doesn't quite get, that was Chris Moretta defending, and Lear didn't quite get the exit that he might have wanted. About 3 turns back here and looking for it, but I don't think he's close enough this time around.
Coming out to about 1 minute 30 to go. We're just going to have a quick look to see where the leader is. Just coming out of the final corner.
Yeah, we will get 2 laps, I believe.
Yeah. So that Parkins has lapped everyone up to P number 10. So everyone up to P number 9 is still on the lead lap, but I think that Parkins will be very close to Jason Hyde by the end of the next couple of laps.
Wait, what has happened to Jason Hyde? Because he's all the way down to 9th.
Yeah, he run into the wall at turn number 3.
Oh right, yeah, correct.
Yeah, so that little incident cost him 5 positions all up. So an unfortunate mistake for Hyde. I think he decided to come into pit lane again and take a fresh set of boots and repair the damage. But yeah, unfortunately, he'll be kicking himself for that one. He was on the podium.
And we see Ashley making pass on Chris Moretta well before the final chicane and moves into 6th place.
I'm just taking a look at that back on replay. Yeah, definitely much closer out of the hairpin for Leah. And yeah, gets on the DRS much earlier and goes to the inside line and yeah, gets position. Great move there from Leah, and yeah, Moretta kind of defenseless really with the old tyres, but as we're coming up to the final lap now.
And Chris Moretta instantly under attack by Jason Hyde, who wants that 7th place. Jason Hyde takes the inside line. And it doesn't seem like Chris Moretta puts up much of a defense. And to be fair, Jason Hyde has much newer tires on his car than Chris Moretta, and it might be worth it for Chris to just make it home.
So just on board with Ryan Parkins at the moment, had a fairly dominant race, deciding not to turn to the pit lane, managed to have a pretty much faultless race, the battle between himself and Jason Hyde earlier in the race. Just coming up to the final quarter now, and he'll be the winner for round number 2 of the Oceanic Formula 1 Championship here at Montreal. So Ryan Parkins, congratulations on the win. Current gap to second place at the moment. Gregory Olsen, the house racing.
Great drive from both of them. Yeah, great drive from both of them on the old tires.
Yeah, so Gregory Olsen crosses the line and finishes second, so a great podium from him. Evan Lathoris is about to cross the line as well, so he was the first one, but took tyres, so congratulations to him rounding up the podium. Dean Brickler, coming up to the final chicane, he had a pretty faultless race as well. He was one of the drivers that didn't take tyres as well, so solid result from Dean Brickler, up 3 positions for Redback Racing. And he'll cross the line, finishing pin number 4, Mitchell McLeod. After that incident earlier on, that the hairpin manages to get back up into 5th place. Ashley Lear.
Side by side between Hyde and Lear.
Yeah, Hyde goes around the outside. It's a great move from Hyde. Jumping up into 6th place, pushing Lear back into 7th place. Moretta coming across the line, finishing 8th. Gilliam unable to close up on Moretta, finishing 9th, and
I believe that might be all of them.
Yeah, that will be all of the drivers on the lead lappers. Everyone else finished the lap down. But yeah, worth noting that Matt Webb crossed the line in 10th, or gaining 1 position as well, so solid drive from him. He was the last car that didn't take tyres as well, so he had a solid drive from him.
I'm just surprised that Matt didn't go to the pit, because he had fairly significant front wing damage early on.
That would have been hemorrhaging time, but yeah, it was a fairly eventful race. But yeah, it was also quite clean. It was also great to see from all of the drivers, and congratulations to the podium drivers.
Yeah, good race, good second run of this season, and really enjoyed this one. Because actually very nice to see this kind of different pit tactics coming into play here. I was almost certain that we had mandatory pit stops, but we didn't. Although it would be nice if the admins would confirm with us also when do we have the mandatory pit stops, so we don't end up just guessing for most of the race here. So if you would quickly run through the... did we run through the standings finish?
Yep.
Oh,
so
okay.
Ryan Parkins takes the win, 17 seconds front of Gregory Olsen. Evan Lathoris takes the final podium position, 21 seconds behind the leader. Dean Briffler finishes 4th. Mitchell McLeod, after his incident, finishes 5th. Jason Hyde recovering to 6th after his late race crash. Ashley Lear finishes 7th. Moretta finishing 8th. Gilliam 9th, and Matt Webb rounding at the top 10. Lawrence Clark finishes 11th. Ricky Coles finishes 12th. Darren Ward 13th. Matthew Norris 14th. Graham Bunyan 15th. Alan Morgan, series organiser, finishes 16th. Wayne Hayden Chan 17th. David Stroud 18th. Matt Allison 19th. Rolf Just 20th. Stephen Lattimore 21st. Stephen Templeton 2nd. Mark Easton 3rd. Liam Tipping 24th. Jeffrey Price 25th. Phil White 26th. Luke Sullivan 27th. Ian Ford, 28th. Martin Houston, 9th. Adrian Drummond, 30th. Aidan Dobman, 31st. Shane Adams, Wade Bailey, and Louis Wedding not taking the start.
Right, it seems like we have few drivers lined up for the interviews, so who should we start with?
I reckon start with the race winner.
Let's bring him over.
Ryan Parkins, welcome to the Apex Racing TV booth. Congratulations on the win here for round number 2 at Montreal. Just tell us a little about your race. It looks as though that you had a fairly solid start and a decent battle with Jason Hyde in the early part of the race.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The first lap I had a slow down, like the second or third chicane before the hairpin. That didn't really help. Made my way back up the field a little bit. That was quite good. And then eventually when I caught up to Jason Hyde, he was really good actually. He's quite good fun. I was trying to save Urs when I was on the DRS, and then yeah, for some reason I just outbraked myself into the hairpin and hit him. And pretty much after that it was quite simple. Really, it wasn't too difficult.
Yeah, what was the decision on not taking tyres when you saw that you didn't take to the pit lane? You think that with the track temperature that you would actually be able to make it on the on the 0 stop, or did you think that it would have been quicker to take the 1 stop?
Well, normally in the iGPS, the track state is reset and goes back to normal. Whereas in this league, it's the same as qualifying. Qualifying is about an hour, so there's loads of rubber on the track. So the car felt really good. Unfortunately, Evan, my teammate, he had a bit of a hit in the halfway through the race, and he pitted and told me that where his tyres are at, and we got the same setup. So I felt quite confident I could make it to the end.
Yeah, with your solid results in the first 2 races, what are your expectations for the following races in the championship?
Hopefully I can make all the races and just try and put a good bit of fun. It's a really good warm-up for the iGPS as well, doing this, and obviously all the other guys in this race from Australia are all really good and all really good fun, especially in practice. We'll have a good laugh.
Yeah, just is there anyone you'd like to thank before we let you go as well?
Yeah, thanks. I'd like to thank Evan Lathoris, my teammate. He was really good, really helpful, and my old man. He let me sponsor my car, Hunton Bridge Building. If you need any building work down in the UK, driveways, patios, let me know. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Hi, Ryan. So that was Ryan Parkins. Congratulations on the win here for round number 2. So we'll bring up Evan as well, his teammate. Good afternoon, Evan. Welcome to the Apex Racing TV booth. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish. Just tell us a little bit about your race. This is you were possibly struggling a little bit with the battle between your teammate Ryan Parkins and Jason Hyde at the start, but it looks as though you both brought up towards the end there.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for having us. Thanks for the broadcast. It was a bit of an interesting race. Early on in the race, I was struggling with a little bit of pace. I think the tyres hadn't come up to temperature yet, so I decided to let Ryan through. Of course, Ryan and I are teammates in the iGPS series, so there was no problem letting him through. And then halfway through, I was basically trying to conserve my tyres. But then I had that incident halfway through the race where I had to pit. It was pretty much race over. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. Did you find that the tyres were fairly consistent with the track temperature today, or were you struggling a little bit towards the end of the race there?
The track temperature did sort of play a bit of part in terms of how slippery the tyres were, but I didn't think they degraded greatly. Seasons gone by, I think it was more pronounced, but wasn't actually that bad this time around.
So after your win at Spa and your podium position here at Montreal, what are your expectations heading into Phillip Island next week?
Not a great favourite track of mine, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. I think if I can get a podium, I'd be happy. There's some talented guys in this league, so it's never a given. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, coming into the start of the season, did you think that you'll get such a turnout? Definitely has been a struggle over the past few years with Australians having a dedicated Formula One league. So, what are your thoughts overall with the series?
I think so far it's been great. Alan and myself decided to try and revamp another series, and to our surprise, actually, a lot of participation, a lot of interest. People are still signing up. I think the broadcast is doing wonders for exposure, so I have to thank you guys. I just hope that it continues, with this success throughout the season and into future seasons as well. So, people are enjoying it. I urge them to continue racing, and if people are watching this thinking that this is something that they may want to do, then by all means register and come on board.
Yeah, speaking of registering, just quickly, where can they find all the information for where to sign up to the league?
So we've created a Facebook page called Oceanic F1 League, so they can register into that group. However, they must also sign up to the league in iRacing. So even if they don't make contact, if they don't have Facebook, whatever, they can just sign up to the league, and we communicate through messages that way as well.
Just before we let you go, Evan, is there anyone you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously our sponsors, Ars Medica and Nuveo, Alan, and everyone involved. It's been interesting, actually. It's been a lot of fun putting it together, and the awards are there. So thanks everybody. Thanks Apex, and yeah.
So thanks everyone for jumping in the broadcast booth, and we wish you all the best for next week at Phillip Island.
Thanks guys, looking forward to it. Should be another messy race.
Oh, it's just Evan. Looks as though that we've got a time for one more interview. I'll just bring in Dean Bruffer.
Yeah. Did they shut it down?
Welcome, Dean, to the Apex Racing TV booth. Sorry to drag you in there mid-conversation, but congratulations on your 4th place finish at the end of this race.
Yeah, thanks, Scott.
It's
awesome to be up here. What was that? Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you to tell us a little bit about your race. Looks as though that you were in quite a lot of battles throughout the early part of the race, but looks as though you've managed to jump up into 4th place at the end of the race there. Just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so when we started the race, I had a bit of trouble in qualifying with the quali set. I wasn't prepared for such hot track. It's 39-degree track, so anyway, pushed through it, and then I knew the race set was going to be pretty good. And then as the race went on, it felt alright, and I saw the guys starting to pit, and I saw how much time they were losing, 20-30 seconds. And that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to follow Ryan Parkins and stay out. And I did, and ended up for the best. I got chased down at the end there with Mitchell, but he ended up 2.5 seconds behind me, but that was good.
Yeah, how were the tyres throughout the races? As you said, you've no stops. Did you find that they were fairly consistent throughout the race, or were you struggling quite a lot towards the end?
No, they were still pretty good at the end. They kept going through like a tire heating sort of mode where they would heat up and you'd have no grip, but you just waited there. They'd come back to you. I just when Evan caught back up to me at the end there, I just had nothing to defend it. Had no grip out of the corner, but all around I still had a good lap, so the pace wasn't too bad.
Yeah, with your strong finishes last week, I was sure that sorry, you not have had a strong result last week at Spa, but with your fourth place today at Montreal was definitely going to push you right back up into the championship hunt. What are your expectations heading into next week for Phillip Island?
Yeah, last week I had a bit of technical problems actually, and that's why I got crashed out of the race. But yeah, with this finish, puts us back up in a good points position. So next week, hopefully at Phillip Island, I should yeah, hopefully in the top 5 once again. That'll be a good treat.
And just before we let you go, is there anyone you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the team for helping me out with the setup. Redback Racing, they're awesome to me, so that really helps. And our sponsors help us out a lot. Redback Racing TV with Bernie there, and Secure Safe Self Storage, their other sponsor, who helped me be able to attend events like this. So yeah, thanks a lot, and thanks a lot to you guys for hosting the broadcast. I've got quite a few people watching, and they love it when you guys do your broadcasting.
No worries, Dean. We wish you all the best of luck for the next round at Phillip Island, and we
Thanks,
hope to
Scott.
see you then.
Yeah, we'll do. Thanks, mate. Enjoyed it.
No problem. Take care. Dean Brecker, finishing pin number 4 in this afternoon's race at Montreal. Just before we end the broadcast, Samuli, can you run through the upcoming broadcast for Apex Racing TV over the next couple of days?
Right, let me just pull it up quickly. Tomorrow we will have the Euro V8. I believe that will be you, me, and Adam. No, it was just me and Andrew and Adam. Sorry. And then on the Tuesday we should have the PSR Renault, and on Thursday again the PSR TC, and then we are back to the Friday with this one Oceanic F1 coming from Phillip Island. We SRI, it will be returning was in July, I believe.
Yeah, I've seen a forum post from host Mark Lang on that one, and that would be an exciting one. Looks as though that would be GTE and GT.
Yes.
So definitely an exciting series too.
Yeah, I just mentioned, do we also have the Recollect on Tuesday? I believe that is the late night shift at 2 a.m. GMT.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, that we're still broadcasting Good Tech, so it was 2 a.m. GMT on the Tuesday morning.
Yeah, apologies for that really, because it's just for start of the season and some of the schedules have just been finalized. But we will get better at remembering them as the season goes on.
Yeah, I think that will be about to conclude tonight's broadcast for round number 2 of the Oceanic Formula 1 Championship at Montreal. We'd like to thank the series sponsors Ars Medica, Neveo, and to KRF Motorsports for bringing the series to the drivers and to everyone who's watching. So thanks for tuning in. We will be back for this series at 11:30 GMT on Friday morning, 19:30 Australian Western Standard Time, and 21:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So we thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to Samuli Kumo, and my name's Scott Newton, and we'll catch you next time.
When I sat in the car, you always wonder, what's it going to feel like? It was my first time driving a mid-engine GT car. My thoughts were, wow, this is really good for our first time in a car. I was really surprised by it. You're sitting low. You got the A-pillars at steep angles, the windshield's at steep angles. You can see the fender flares. I think we have a chance to win. Everything's got to go right, but I think we have a car that can win the race or be on the podium. But can you imagine how cool that would be to go back 50 years later to the year and do it?
In the outside, contact made, 56 slides it at a 4, who's going to be at the stripe, dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.